The goal was to get Christ. The goal was to get Christ by any means necessary. It didn't work. It didn't work. So once I got him. And there arose certain, one dude, one girl, and bear false witness against him, saying, this is what they said. This is what they trying to use to get him in trouble. This is what they've been wanting him in trouble. It been situation after situation. When you in God, when you doing this right, when you in isolation spiritually, when the devil is coming at you with everything he got, they'll throw up one test, you'll bob and weave, you get through it. They'll throw up another test. Huh? The person that threw up the first test, when you defeated him, he'll wait 2-3 weeks, come back with another one if it's at the workplace. The person who threw the second test, after you defeat them, they'll wait till the first person finish and come back. And you one person, I'm telling you one person be like, golly, come on, man. Here it is. When he heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I will build another made without hands. That's all. Look. But neither so did their witness agree together. Another person said he gonna tear down the temple. He's a terrorist. You get it? Listen. We heard him say that's terroristic threats. You remember now? Yo, this started about 95 when they started. Oh, that's a terroristic threat. Huh? Fool wouldn't pay me my check one time. I was working at this job scanning SAT tests. And you get the Scantron sheet, you know, the number 2 pencil and all that. You make sure everything's filled out, and then you run it through this machine. The machine is like a zigzag machine, and it grades it, and the grade pops up on the screen. And your job is to make sure they filled in all the bubbles. The grade goes on the screen, and then it goes in the database. Boom, save. You hit save. That was my job. That was my job. Fool didn't have my check when he was supposed to have my check. Tell me, you people are always late, so what do you care about a late check? I said to that fool, if you don't have my check by 4 o'clock, I'm going. Fool said, what? You gonna do what? I said, I'm gonna do. He said, okay, I'll be right back. I thought he was going to come back with my check. That fool came back with the police. Oh, wait, what? What? Fool came back with the police and escorted me off the premises. Huh? What did it say? Back in 56, for many bear false witness against him, but their witness agreed not together. And there arose certain and bear false witness against him, saying, we heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I will build another without hands. But neither so did their witness agree together. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Jesus, saying, answers thou nothing? You ain't got nothing to say about what they said about you. You ain't got to see people. It's not your business to answer everything that everybody say about you, because they gonna say a lot. They gonna say a lot, and you ain't gonna. What you mean? It's not what people think about you is not your business. I'm learning what people think about you. You can't make all of them happy because they don't want to be happy, because they want to hate you for Christ's name's sake. I'm telling you something, man. But neither so did their witness agree together, 59-60. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Jesus, saying, answereth thou nothing? You ain't got nothing to say. This the high priest. This is church folk. But apparently the high priest got the power of the police. Here it is. Apparently the high priest got the power of the pole. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Jesus, saying, answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witness against thee? But he held his peace. Jesus ain't say nothing. No matter what I say, you're going to use it. Huh? And you using what I say to say I'm breaking the law. You using what I say to say I'm making terroristic threats. You using what I say. But he held his peace and answered nothing. Again, the high priest asked him and said unto him, they will see, you mess around and there be. See, you live in a world of let there be. Everything you say, you are creating or you're destroying. Folk will guard your mouth for you to say something that ends up destroying you, destroying your family, destroying your child, because you live in a world of let there be. You can let there be. A singer go grab the microphone and say, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Art thou the Christ, the Son of the Blessed? And Jesus said to him, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand. See, he finally got Jesus to say something, but Jesus had took time to think about what he was going to say, and it's thoroughly structured. Jesus didn't say, I'll bust your face wide open. I'll kick you in the mouth. You better get your son. You better get your... Jesus didn't say all that. And Jesus said, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. He talking heavenly talk. You're going to see my daddy come in the clouds of heaven. And when you see this, baby, when he get hold to you, baby, he gonna let some heavenly pit bulls on your booty. I'm trying to tell you something, man. Hey, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power. And coming in the clouds of heaven, 63, then the high priest rent his clothes, took off his clothes, and said, what need we any further witness? He said, that's all we need. We got you. We got your confession. They was in the room, had the light on Jesus. Had the light on Jesus. Had the flashlight on Jesus. Jesus, we need you to answer us. Jesus, if you answer us, you can go home tonight. Jesus, sign this paper. Just sign this paper. Your public defender. You don't need a public defender. Sign the heat shot on the flash. Sign this paper. Jesus, like, I'm hungry. You got some meat. Go get him some chips. Go get him some pizza out the break room. You like that pizza, Jesus? You want a can of Coke? You want a can of Coke? Do you know anything about Coke? Who got the Coke, Jesus? Jesus, where they keep their Coke at, Jesus? You need a straw for that Coke? And 62, and Jesus said, I am. This is Mark 14:62. I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. Then the high priest rent his clothes and said, what need we any further witness? You ain't got to say no more, Negro. We got you, baby. Tell us, white, what time you in the store. Tell us who was with you when you robbed the store. Yeah. How did you shoot him? Show me how you shot him. I pulled it out from the side. And sometimes I like to turn it a little bit. I say, you gonna give me all the money? Is you gonna give me all the money? Oh, ain't nothing funny. Put it in the bag. Just give me all the money. Policeman said, yeah, I would be scared too. Thank you. Mitch, did you get that on tape? Then the high priest rent his clothes and said, what we need we any witness? Ye have heard the blasphemy. You heard what he said. What you think? He said, what think ye? What you think? You heard what he said. And they all condemned him to be guilty of death. That's all it took. That's all. Guilty of death. He got the death penalty. Jesus died in police custody. Officer friendly. See, in elementary school, they program your police as your friend. Fireman is your friend. Ambulance man is your friend. You ever have a racist ambulance person pull up? You ever have a racist and not helpful ambulance? That ain't the time to be racist, baby. That ain't the time to hate a Negro. That's not the time to hate a Negro. Ye have heard the blasphemy. This is that brother, the chief priest. They all condemned him to death. And some began to spit on him and cover his face and to buffet him and say to him, You know when you'll be in handcuffs, you know how they do you. Everybody come get a lick. You know you be in handcuffs, the fool be, get off me, man. You be in handcuffs, everybody tough. The female officer tough. Remember they used to have billy clubs? Like this is back in like 88, 89, 92, 93. They used to have billy clubs and they just come by me. Boom, keep it moving. You be bop your mama. Blah! What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Huh? He want to know what you gonna do. Yeah, I bopped your mama across the head with this billy club. I did. What you gonna do? Huh? You see him standing strong like a gang. What you gonna do? I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna rub her head. Mama, you okay? Mama, you okay? Mama, you okay? You shouldn't do that. Then the high priest rent his clothes. I'm telling you, they say, you have heard the blasphemy. What think ye? And they all condemned him to be guilty of death. Jesus was on trial. Fool didn't know Jesus was on trial. Jesus was on trial. Anything he said could and be used, anything you say can and will be used against you. All he said was, I am, and ye shall see this. Now they asked him to talk. Remember now, when you go back, they kept asking him, what you got to say? What you got to say? Finally, he said, and Jesus said, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right. I am the Son of God. Are you the Son of God? Imagine you the son of your daddy or you the son of your mama, and every time they ask you, they punch you. Every time they ask you, they punch you. After a while, they want you to say, no, that's not my daddy. Now, when you say, no, that's not my daddy, you denounce God. And if you live in a world of let there be, you denounce God, you have let that be, that you are not a part of God. Imagine you can convince the Son of God, to say he is not a part of God, and he's supposed to die for everybody to be a part of God. You killed the mission. You get it? You get how important the mission was? I'm telling you something, man. I hope you get that. I am, and ye shall see. I am. You the Son of God. I am. You the son of your mama? I am. You the daughter of your mama? I am. You're not going to get me to denounce my mama. You're not going to get me to denounce my daddy. They is who they is, and I am who I am, and ye shall see. It's important that you stay a child of God. It's important that I am every day. I am. Mama, is you finna cook something? I am. Daddy, I thought you were finna take us to the park. I am. Must be jelly, because this don't taste like jam. I'm trying to tell you, hey. And some began to spit on him. This is 65. This is Mark 14 and 65. And some began to spit on him and to cover his face and to buffet him and to say unto him, prophesy. And the servants did strike him with the palms of their hands. They smacking the Son of God. Prophesy. Prophesy what you see. Prophetess. Prophet Deacon Jones. Reverend the third. When the last time you see somebody put a bag on his head and beat him, for the word of God, beat him, Oh Lord, come on now, When the last time you see your preacher, your preacher get beat down for, This is our preacher. This is our king getting beat down. This is what they did to him. Some began to spit on him, 65, and to cover his face. I cover your face, I'm going to increase the terror. I cover your face, you don't know where the punch, where the kick going to come from. All you know is you feel it. You feel it. Here it is. And some began to spit on him and to cover his face and to buffet him and to say unto him, prophesy. While they whooping him, they, your mama's a man. Prophesy, tell me something. Jesus, Jesus, And God watching the whole thing. Prophesy, and the servants did strike him with the palms of their hands. And Peter was beneath in the palace, and there cometh one of the maids of the high priest. Peter was beneath. Peter, his homeboy, the one that said, I ain't gonna let him do that to you. Peter. What you want to bet Peter hit him doing him like that? At this point in time, they got your homeboy, they got your homegirl the police got him. You knew how it be when the police got your homeboy. You got a guy there, I want to help him, but boy, if you run up in there, if you run up in there, you know what it is. So now they just pull out the camera and film him. Leroy, calm down. Calm down. Leroy just mad like an ox. Leroy just got the strength of 16 men just flinging police. La! La! Run, Leroy. Leroy. You want to get in the car, huh? You want to get in the car, just roll up on the side of Leroy and pull off, huh? They going to get your tag number. Huh? Charlene just grab the officer, grab the female officer hand, just get the butt and the female just break her 1-9. I need help. You finna go in there and help her whoop the police? You'll never see her again after you finish your 15-year sentence. Huh? Jesus ain't had no help. Jesus was all by himself. The people that was down with Jesus wish they was down with somebody else. Here it is. And Peter was beneath 66. This is 66. This is Mark 14. 66. And Peter was beneath in the place. There cometh one of the maids of the high priest. And when she saw Peter warming himself, she looked upon him and said, and thou also was with Jesus of Nazareth. She said, they whooping Jesus over there. She said, I think ain't you his homeboy? Ain't you his homeboy? And he was the one that was talking. I never let him get you like that, Jesus. In Jesus' face. I never let him get. Gee, I'm sure he could hear how they was whooping. I'm sure he could hear how they was whooping the Son of God. Peter had always been with him. Now the problem is, Peter run up on that situation, get killed, and can't be alive to spread the gospel. It might be more important to spread the gospel than to go save Jesus at this time. Ooh! It might be more important for your mama and them to pay their bills than to go put their house up to bail you out at this time. Ooh! Ooh! Understand what I'm saying?